Я думаю, что сила в правде.
Yeah. Yes.
Правде.
Yes. Yes.
Я думаю, что сила в правде.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Да.
What does it mean?
I think the power is in the truth. Hi. Hello.
Hey,
How are
I'm
you?
doing good. You?
I'm great, thank you. Where are you from?
Montenegro, but live in Germany.
Okay. Okay. So, are you interested in politics? I'm sure you are.
No, I'm not. My cat jumped on the keyboard and typed it in for me, so here I am. You know.
What do you think about the whole Ukraine conflict?
Okay, I don't like to talk about this, but if you're Russian, it's okay, you know. But because if I talk to Western people, it's stupid. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But my opinion is this: I think countless provocations led up to the escalation of it. My problem is people don't look at the build-up; they just look at the act. So, for example, I provoke you, I insult you, you know, I shit on you, and then you knock me out.
Mhm.
And everyone is like, oh, look, he knocked him out. But
Mhm.
no one looks what happened before. What was the provocation? Why it's happening? And that's my problem.
Yes, yes. And as I can see, you are a smart person who understands, who actually tries to look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
And you see, my friend, people have been accusing me of you just hate Ukraine. Hell no. I don't hate Ukraine and its people. These people are our blood. I hate the government that took power in Kiev after the 2014 violent, unconstitutional, illegal coup d'etat in 2013, when raging ultranationalists came to power and the freaking there is a Russian minority in the east and southeast of Ukraine, and the
Right.
fucking those people who came to power, they 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 began to the very first edict of that government was to ban the use of Russian language officially, like in at schools, stop teaching in Russian, like oblige people to speak only Ukrainian, and freaking language patrols when the fucking group of guys comes up to the fucking store and tells the vendors to serve me in Ukrainian now, or we will. What the fuck, dude? These people grew up speaking Russian, they're thinking Russian. Why force them to speak Ukrainian if they. Really?
Yeah, I know about this. It's now they can play the victim, right? Now because of the escalation, they use it as an example to play the victim. I don't know what to tell you. Every time I see a Ukrainian flag in Germany, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? You know, I don't get it.
Yes, and after the fucking after this conflict started, the Russophobia in Europe, the level of Russophobia has skyrocketed, man.
Yeah.
People are being picked on just because they don't even bother to ask him, do they even support Putin or this operation? Just you're Russian, just to fuck off, like, or something like that. And I think it's suffice to say that we can compare the conditions Russians are in Europe right now somewhat similar to what happened to the Jews in Nazi Germany in 1933.
Yeah, definitely.
We haven't seen yet Russian pogroms, like Russian-owned businesses, Russian-owned enterprise being smashed with stones. I think this is the next stop.
The Russophobia exists always since the Cold War, where it started, you know?
Yeah, in some places it's even like, in some places like Poland, it has even deeper historical roots.
Yeah, right. But there is for a reason, right? Anything else is like...
Yes, yes. Oh, yeah, thank you for, I like to meet people like you on Omegle, which is a rare occurrence. So, you're from Montenegro, right?
Right.
But you live in Germany. So,
Right.
is there are you into Balkan politics a little bit?
Yeah, I know. How can you be Balkan and not know about Balkan politics? It's part
Yes.
of your blood.
Yes, and you see, my friend, I think there is a similarity between what they have done to Serbs. They blame Serbs in the Balkan wars. They just blame Serbs for everything. I think they're trying to do the same with Russians, just like Russia bad.
But be careful. I don't sympathize with Serbs at all. This is where our opinions differ a lot, right? I don't sympathize with them at all. If you tell me you're Serb, you have a knife in your stomach.
I'm not a Serb.
Right.
Okay.
Because this is serious. You know what happened in Montenegro like 2 weeks ago?
No, I don't.
So we had Milo Djukanovic, who was the president for decades, basically, you know? And he was pro-Montenegro. He was keeping the Serbians down. So now pro-Srpska stranka, the pro-Serbian government, came to power and installed the puppet. So basically, you know Srebrenica, what happened, right? The Montenegrin president came and stood on the graveyard of the Srebrenica victims and said this: Srebrenica was not a genocide, but a war accident. Armies are not fault. No, it's not governments. It's fault. It's armies. It's fault. Like Montenegrin president goes to the grave of my people and says it's not a genocide. This is not good. You know, I want to kill these people.
Okay, listen. Do you
Look,
know...
I work out every muscle I work out in my body to choke the life out of a Serb. You realize that shit?
Okay. Do you know who Stepan Bandera was?
Who? Stepan?
Bandera.
Tell me.
He was a Ukrainian ultranationalist who collaborated with the Nazi Germany, and he tried to ethnically cleanse a lot of Poles from the Western Ukraine, and he killed a lot of them. The Volhynia massacre, and he killed everyone who disagrees with his politics, like Poles, Jews, Ukrainians who don't share his worldview. And you see, but now the freaking new government in Ukraine, they glorify this war criminal. They call him a freedom fighter, although he was like a mass murderer.
Yeah, and Serbs glorify the genocides they did. That's my problem. Nazi Germans apologize to this day for what they did. But Serbs, they take pride in that. They say, this is us, we did it, you know?
Okay. Yeah, man, thank you for talking to me. Although I kind of, agree and disagree. Well, thank you for... Anyway, you seem like a very intelligent person and nuanced one. Not on all the issues, but...
I don't think I'm intelligent. I think I just think about what I hear. You know, I don't follow pro Ukraine, Slava Ukraine. I don't repeat it. I just think and I make up my mind. That's it. I'm not smart.
Oh, okay. Whatever you say. Bye, man. It's been nice talking to you anyway. Bye. Hi.
What's up?
Nothing much. Where are you from?
America.
Okay. I am from Russia.
Yeah, I can tell.
You see the flag?
Yep.
So, you're obviously into politics. Are you into international politics?
I don't know anything about international politics. Can you teach me some?
Are you following the news on the conflict in Eastern Europe, like Ukraine, all that stuff?
Yeah, I talked to someone from Ukraine. They told me a very interesting story. You want to know what they said?
Yes.
They said that the narrative over there is that there are these Ukrainian Nazis that are attacking Russians that live in Ukraine, and that she was saying that those people that are claiming to be Ukrainians, the Ukraine Nazis, are actually Russian spies coming into their country and destroying their own people in the name of saying that they're Ukrainians. And she was like, those Nazis are not Ukrainians. Like, they're definitely like Russians.
So, it seems ridiculous to me. Why would Russians come to Ukraine to kill their own people and freaking blame what? It doesn't make sense to me.
She said because Russia has been trying to bring Ukraine in to their folds, like to unite Ukraine and Russia, and Ukraine doesn't want to do that because NATO, right? You have NATO, and Russia doesn't want to join NATO, but Ukraine wants to join NATO. And so in order to stop Ukraine from joining NATO, Russia is doing this coup, basically, to try to get Ukraine to join Russia.
Have you heard anything about the 2014 coup in Kiev in Ukraine?
Nope.
The 2014 is the year when the Nazis, the neo-Nazis, the ultra-nationalists came to power in Kiev, and there is a Russian minority living in the east and southeast of the country. And when the ultra-nationalists came to power in Kiev, they began to pursue very anti-Russian policy, to ban Russian language, to forbid the Russian holidays like Victory Day, to force people to speak only Ukrainian, to ban Russian literature, Russian culture.
Okay.
So the people of southeast of Ukraine, they said, no, we are not gonna comply with the new government. We are gonna rebel. So they rebelled. And the Kiev government sent a regular army to suppress the rebellion. And Russia was indirectly helping them with volunteers, with tanks, with maybe some equipment. But on February 2022, Russia officially recognized the breakaway republics of southeast of Ukraine, Donetsk and Lugansk People's Republics. They broke away, and Russia officially recognized him. But the government in Kiev said, no, we're not going to stop our attacks. We're not going to stop the bombardment of those people, of those republics. And they asked Russia to come and help them stop the Kiev, and the conflict began. This is how I summarize this. I could have talked for hours about that, but I don't got time for that.
Yeah, no, okay, I understand. So your side, what you're saying is that there was already people in Ukraine that were doing things like banning Russia stuff.
Yes.
And before any of this already happened. And so those people are still in Ukraine.
Yeah, in power.
Empowered, continuing the thing, even though you guys sort of resolved it back then. Right? You didn't really resolve it, but there was something happened because of it.
Yeah.
And so you're saying, like, this is proof that shows that, like, those people aren't, like, random people. Like, they are definitely from the Ukraine, and they're definitely okay. I see what you're saying. That's interesting. That's interesting indeed.
Yeah, you just you heard that girl's perspective, and now you heard mine, and think for yourself. And at least I am glad you didn't insult me or say something like. You didn't insult me, and that's good.
No, I'm very open-minded. I like to hear both sides of the story or whatever.
That's great. That's great, because I met a lot of people who don't even want to hear what I have to say. They just insult me right away.
Yeah, like, yeah, no. In order for you to make an informed decision, you have to have all the information. And in order to have the information, you have to talk to the people. You have to hear what they have to say, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
of course. That like that's an interesting point of view. I really don't know a lot about Russian like politics and stuff because I don't know like what your views are of a society, like a perfect society and stuff like that. And I do know that here in the US, Russia is vilified
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Tell me
because of
about it.
Trump. Because of Trump. So if you want to hear Russia's side, you're automatically a left. I mean, a right. You're part of the right or whatever. And so, like, I believe in. I don't know how to explain this, but I don't think anything is black and white.
Yes, absolutely. It's not. It's not black and white. And you know, when people think in black and white categories, they try to simplify as much as possible. Nuance is the devil is always in the details. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what I'm hearing here, like, let's just say both of you guys are wrong, right? Let's just say, play devil advocate. Let's just say both of you guys are wrong. What I'm hearing so far is that you have Russia and you have Ukraine. Ukraine may or may not like Russia, but yet they are neighbors. And Russia, like, because they're neighbors, has no choice but to like keep their eye on them. Like, that's like America and Mexico, or America and
Canada.
Canada, exactly. So they have to like keep their eyes on them, and like that would be like saying like, "Yo, Mexico's over here talking shit about America," and sometimes they let fucking Mexicans in that hate America, like they fucking hate it, and they bring them in and they fuck that shit up. They just fucking shit up.
Yeah.
That's like the same fucking thing. Okay, so I don't care who started it. I don't care like who did what. I don't give a fuck. Clearly something is going on, whether it be Russia's fault or Ukraine's fault. Something's going on, right? And this is what I'm seeing here. So clearly there's something's happening there, regardless of what that something is. The question between both countries is, do you want peace or do you want war? That is the main question, regardless of the details. What do you want? Do you want to have peace or do you want to have war? Right? Are you really sick of this continuous pattern? Because it seems to be a pattern, right? It happened before. If you're sick of this pattern, one of you have to decide whether or not you're done with trying to make peace.
Yeah.
And that's what it's come down to. And I think the answer was already made when Russia made an attack on Ukraine. They're tired. They're done. They don't care anymore, right? And so I think at this point, what Ukraine needs to do is to come to terms with what has been said, right? They can't continue on the narrative that they're this innocent, blah, blah, blah. They can't do that.
Oh, absolutely. They can't. They continue to play the victim.
Oh, so they're still playing the victim.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, see? There you go.
Yeah, okay.
It'll all cycle out in the wash, I like to say.
Oh, thank you for talking to me. It's been a pleasure. Yeah. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
You too, man. See ya.
See ya.